Hey guys, this is Ben Brown with Top 4 Tier Gaming, and what'd you do this weekend, Ben?
I got second place at the San Antonio Regional with Nightmare Spyral.
Oh, awesome. So let's just get into the list.
All right, well, this is my good luck token. I've had it for a while, and it only took me 4 years to get enough luck to finally top a regional. So that was nice. Anywho, three of this dude, three of this dude. It's pretty standard. Three of her, three of her. The ogre was questionable throughout most of the day. Like it was good versus some decks, but like I feel like Droll and Lockbird could do a lot better, and so I'm probably gonna try and just main Droll now instead of ogre.
Cool.
I play one of her, him. Basically, you know, the regular one of lineup. Another thing. I usually didn't summon this to the opponent's side because I just thought everyone was playing Mermaid, at least one, so they can get some kind of effect off, and B, like, I never could get to the U board because you basically need Soul Charge and a bunch of other really good cards in your hand to actually U board and then summon this to their side, so it was pretty risky to do that. Anyways, protect dude, and that's it for the monsters. 3 terraforming, obviously. 3 called. This card's really good. I mean, it saves your Helix from dying. It stops your resort from dying if you needed to save it, or it's a good card.
It's Buster.
Yeah. Should have played 3 of this. At first, I didn't like 3 because I always see multiples, but not seeing this card in certain hands actually hurt more than just having multiples. So I'm probably definitely going to put this back up to 3. 1 resort, Soul Charge. Fun fact, never actually used that today. I don't know, just never came up. Upstart, 1 for 1. Probably best spell in the deck. Probably.
No, it is the best spell in the deck.
Yeah, probably. Foolish, Broda. This thing. So neat thing with this is like, so I had situations where I couldn't get to sleeper, or if they outed my sleeper, I would have this, and so I could basically summon tougher, big Spyral monster, aka tougher super agent, and then I could equip the one dude, the equip monster, I forgot his last resort, and so I would equip him, and then you could activate this, and then you just attack, destroy their monster, you draw a card. And then the next turn you could just send it to grave if you really needed to, or main phase 2 or whatever. One of this, I felt like maybe you can play 2. I don't know. It never really came up, so I think 1's just fine. This card's good. 2 of that. Didn't want to play 3. I felt like 2. I feel like 2 is just the perfect ratio for now. And then my favorite card for the weekend. So I stole probably like 5 games with this because my opponents didn't realize that it negates everything in that column, like all the spells and traps for the rest of the turn. Like I played a Pendulum Magician in like round 6, and he activated an Astrograph Sorcerer in Scale, and he had a Cerberus on the field, and he tried to Astrograph from Scale, and I negated it because I set this all the way in the other zone. So I mean, it was pretty nice. But that's it for the main deck.
Cool. How many cards?
It's 40.
Awesome.
Extra deck, it's the only Exceed. I feel like really there's nothing else I really want to go into, maybe, because I mean the rest are basically all Link monsters. I got Decode, Go for Game, yeah, Nightmare. This dude, that dude, that dude. This was questionable because basically like I could have made it, but I mean most of my boards were like maybe a Link monster and like 2 toughs or something, and it never really seemed worth, and plus like there was no need because I mean I could just pop all their stuff and then just kill them right there with all the toughs. So personal preference, I'm not saying it's better, but I like making this more than the Trigate. Just putting this down with like a Phoenix or a Cerberus link to it, and just putting Sleeper on the other side, I mean, that got me through most of my games because no one could just activate anything, and you had a huge disruption. 2 Helix, don't really need more. The entire Nightmare engine or the rest, and then Link Rebo. And that's it for extra. For side, evenly. I feel like that's just standard all around. These are Drolls. I borrowed them, and a friend of mine he needed them back. But yeah, like I said earlier, probably just main droll. It's pretty good, and I think it's a little bit better than ogre right now. 2 kaijus. Just didn't want to have a different one or the same one because you can just summon this, maybe summon that. Never really came out though. 2 barrier. Didn't feel like Pendulum was here. I mean, it's the last regional, before the ban list, so it didn't really feel like Pendulum was going to be a huge thing. But 2 red reboot. Never used it, but I don't know. I like it. And then 3 cyclone, which was good.
In theory, they're good against Altergeist.
Yeah.
In theory.
And that's it.
So why didn't you play the Ancient Fairy while we still have it?
So I didn't play Ancient Fairy because the deck's already weak to hand traps to begin with, and plus you're committing, Destrudo, Dragon Ravine, maybe 2 Dragon Ravines, probably a Dark Worm, and I mean that's like 4 or 5 cards right there. And for an ogre to stop that engine, I mean I felt like that just ruined the whole engine. So
Cool.
Stuck with this.
Any shoutouts?
Shout outs to cameraman Drew. He let me borrow the
Goth chick.
Yeah, the goth chick. Shout outs to Avery. He let me borrow the upstart because I didn't know what my 40th card should have been, but probably is going to be Foolish Goods now because those are also his Foolish Goods. Shout outs to just San Antonio community. They helped out. Shout outs to Carpal as well. He's the only one that wanted to give me super agents, so thank him for that. Please resurrect FBG for any of you who knows what that means. And then shout out to Top 4 Tier Gaming as well, doing my deck profile. And then shout out to my girlfriend, Valerie. I love you, and thank you for all your support and putting up with me playing a children's card game and spending so much money on impermanence.
He's a virgin, so he's got a long list of shout-outs. Never knows where to get it in again.
Yeah. No, I feel like that's about... Well, no. I would say shout out to the San Marcos guys and Billy at Blitzkrieg and New Braunfels. I go there all the time. It's a fun place. And just, shout out everyone else, too.
All right, cool.
I'll be out
T4T signing out.